I am reading passages from Maureen Callahan's Ask Not, The Kennedys and the Women They Destroyed, the 400-page tome that was published by Little Brown and Company in July of 2024. This one's about Jackie and Onassis, the contract, the scandal, and the sex. Page 219. On October 17, 1968, Aristotle Onassis and Jackie Kennedy, 39 years old to his 62, announced they would marry in 3 days' time. Their engagement made the front page of the New York Times above the fold. "The reaction here is anger, shock, and dismay," read the headline. Jackie was not called by her first name. She was still Mrs. John F. Kennedy. Germany's Bild, the second most read paper in Europe, said, "All the world is indignant." A Fleet Street tabloid, "Jackie weds blank check." Stockholm's Expressen, "Jackie, how could you?" The Atlanta Constitution, "Jackie fell for Onassis' plush yacht." Rome's second Messaggero, "JFK dies a second time." The Vatican denounced her. Jackie Kennedy, the faultless widow and America's most admired woman, was no more. Jackie wound up getting $3 million upfront from Ari, $1 million for each of her children, $600,000 a year for travel, millions more in the event of divorce or Ari's death, and stipulations as to how many times a year she would be required to have sex with Ari. She also insisted on separate bedrooms at shared residences, though theirs would be a marriage in every sense, save children. On that, they agreed. On October 20th, 1968, Jackie wed Ari on his private island of Scorpios. Elsewhere in the book, Maureen Callahan alludes that Jackie thought her sister Lee Radziwill had been sleeping with Onassis before Jackie came into the picture, just like Jackie thought that her sister had slept with JFK once. Page 223. Her face was her credit card. She could walk up to any airport ticket counter and board any Olympus flight. Her husband, after all, owned the airline. Did that make her a prostitute? There were times when Ari treated her like one. He would summon Jackie from her New York apartment at a moment's notice and send her away just as swiftly to remind her, he said, of what she really was. He loved to have sex with Jackie in spaces where people could see them, behind a first-class curtain, in a tender tethered to his yacht, in his bedroom with the door cracked open. For Jackie, there was something novel in Ari's open lust. Jack had never been so covetous of her, so passionate. Ari unlocked something in Jackie and loosened her up sexually. His vulgarity, unlike Jack's, was out in the open. One could think the worst about Ari Onassis, but at least he wasn't a hypocrite. The idea that Jackie would become the inspiration for a sex doll was once unthinkable. Now, in fact, she was. This is in direct contrast to what her relationship with JFK and Bobby had been like. Page 156 details it. "JFK just goes too fast and falls asleep," Jackie said. Little did she know that this was the complaint of every woman who had had sex with Jack Kennedy. No kissing, no build-up, no intensity or sensuality or fun. He just attacked you like a dog humping a leg. He never lasted longer than 3 minutes and didn't even seem to enjoy sex. It was like a compulsion. There was never anything remotely personal about it for him. And page 215, Jackie and Bobby's affair, which was on and off from 1964 to 1968, was whispered about in their social circles and well known among the press corps. Jackie and Bobby would be seen dining out in New York City, openly kissing and cuddling. But because it was the Kennedys, because of what happened to Jack and because of Jackie's strength in the days to follow, the secret had been kept. And now back to her marriage with Aristotle Onassis. Page 223. Her maids began selling her bras and underwear on the black market. Ari commissioned Halston to replace Jackie's dowdy lingerie with custom-made bras and panties. She was photographed exiting a showing of a pornographic movie in New York. Coco Chanel, whose image Jackie embodied in the pink boucle suit and pillbox hat on the day of the assassination, said the world had never met the real Jacqueline Kennedy. Everyone knew, Chanel said, that Jackie was not cut out for dignity. You mustn't ask a woman with a touch of vulgarity to spend the rest of her life over a corpse. On and on it went. No one accused Ari of behaving badly when he began cheating on Jackie 2 weeks after their wedding with Maria Callas. Page 221. Callas, who had been photographed with Marilyn Monroe the night of the Madison Square Garden disgrace. I'll just give a side note over here that Maria Callas also performed in Madison Square Garden fundraiser, though her performance was overshadowed by the Happy Birthday that Marilyn Monroe sang to JFK. Both women inextricably linked to Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. Page 221. Jackie exacted her revenge by running up Ari's credit cards at the world's most expensive department stores and design houses, buying doubles and triples, and secretly reselling half her purchases at a profit.